Hey everyone, welcome back to Shade Review. In today's video, we are reviewing the brand new Persol 3348 sunglasses. But first off, like today's video sponsor, our own website, shadereviewstore.com, the absolute best place to buy designer sunglasses, just like these up to 80% off the original MSRP. Again, the website there is shadereviewstore.com. Check it out. So let's go ahead and pop the sunglasses on face and talk about the dimensions. These have 55mm lenses and a 20mm bridge, and it's the standard size of these frames. Persol also does produce these frames in a larger 57mm lens size with the same 20mm bridge. Now, as far as the exact colorway that I'm wearing in today's video, these have Persol's Havana acetate frames, and then the lenses are their green crystal all glass lenses. The optical clarity of these frames is really great, and these crystal lenses are going to have very good scratch resistance as well, which is really important for the longevity of the pair of sunglasses. Now, of course, every pair of Persol frames are handmade in Italy. They're going to say that here in the inner right temple of the frames, they say Persol handmade in Italy. And the build quality here is really good. All the polishing, everything is really nice. The only one thing that I would say is right here around the hinge, we can see it's not kind of perfectly polished. You can see some of that kind of raw acetate that isn't polished down there around the hinge. That's the hardest part to polish around. And I've been noticing that on a lot of Persol frames. It seems like they're missing out on filing that down and smoothing that out and making it absolutely perfect right around there on the hinge, especially on their Wayfarer style frames. I'm not sure why they're not taking that extra time to make that perfect, but it is definitely a recurring theme with Persol frames. Now, with that being said, I'm actually not too mad about it because you're never gonna see it. Nobody's gonna see it when you're wearing them on the face. It's right there. And it actually adds to the handmade feel of the frames. It definitely feels a lot more handmade when you see something like that. But either way, it could be a demerit if you don't like that. Now, of course, like every pair of Persol frames, these have Persol Supreme arrows here in the top right corners of the frames, which move down, and then we can see the two barrels of the Persol Maflecto stem system. These are going to bend out and give a custom fit to the face right out of the box, which is really nice. And these frames also do have a metal stem that runs all the way down through the temples, so you can easily heat these frames up and give them a custom fit to the face as well. We also can see a little etched Persol logo here in the top right corner of the lens for authentication purposes. And if we take a look here at the inner left temple of the frames, you can see the exact Luxottica and color code information there. Now, probably the biggest downside of these frames is going to be the weight. Even with the smaller lens size, which is 55mm, these frames are going to come in at 47 grams. So a very heavy pair of frames, and they have a pretty decent balance to them actually. So here we can see the pretty decent balance, even though they have those all glass lenses, which is nice, going to help spread out the weight across the entire face. But coming in at almost 50 grams, you can't get away from just the sheer weight of these frames. So if you wear these frames for hours and hours at a time, you're definitely gonna feel some discomfort here. Now, as far as the styling goes, I really do like the kind of squared off styling of these frames. They have a more modern bridge, so there's no keyhole style bridge, it's completely smooth. And they have these massive nose rests, which actually do allow the frame to sit pretty comfortably on the face right out of the box. I do like that a lot. And the fit of these frames is supposed to sit kind of below the eyebrow, so it's supposed to kind of show off your eyebrows here. And it sits a lot lower than a lot of other Persol frames do. Usually they sit a little bit higher here on the face with their Wayfarer styling frames. These are gonna sit nice and low, and I actually really do like this low look of them. I think it definitely looks really nice, and just kind of adds that kind of squared off, bold styling to these frames. Now, as far as the coverage from the sun goes, these frames are not going to offer the best coverage from the sun. So here up top, you can see there's a massive gap to let sunlight in unprotected. And then here on the side, again, there's a massive gap that does let sunlight in unprotected. So overall, not the most practical pair of sunglasses from Persol. But these frames do have a very nice leather case, which looks really nice. And this is the first time I've seen this case, so I think it's Persol's new case they're releasing with all their new sunglasses, but I'm not entirely sure. This is not a limited edition pair of frames. It's just kind of a standard pair of frames from their sunglass lineup, and it looks really nice. Inside, it has a little magnetic buckle and clips on, and then of course has Persol there, and it looks really nice. Definitely matches the pair of frames very well. Now, as far as pricing goes, these frames are very expensive, coming in at $454 with non-polarized lenses. And as of filming this video, they do not make these frames with a polarized lens, which is definitely weird, but that would be probably closer to over $500, which is absolutely ridiculously expensive. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below directly to the website where they have every single colorway available, and they might release polarized lenses soon if you're interested in that. We also do have these available on our website for a substantial discount off the original MSRP, at least $100 off, which definitely makes the price a little bit more palatable, but still $454 is very, very, very expensive. A lot of these new releases from Persol are absolutely crazy expensive, and I really don't understand exactly why they're making them so expensive. These used to be around, you know, $350 or $370, and now at $454, it's really expensive, especially considering the fact that they don't really finish out the frames and make it look perfect there on the hinge. Like, if I'm spending almost $500 on an acetate pair of frames, it should be absolutely flawless from the factory. And the fact of the matter is, Persol frames typically are not flawless right out of the factory. There's going to be a little bit of, you know, marks and scuffs and a little bit of imperfections, because again, they are a handmade pair of frames and made out of an acetate material, so it takes a lot of labor to make these. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry for a little rant here, but definitely too expensive in my opinion. So yeah, overall, I really do like the design. I really like the style. They look really nice and classy, but the price is getting out of control in my opinion. But yeah, that's all for this video. Let me know what you think about this pair of frames in the comment section down below. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Let us know, and we can start a conversation in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a big thumbs up, and I'll catch you all in the next one.